So now that we've got one of those razors working, let's have a look at what else we managed to pick up. Over here we've got that bigger one. I think that's the E300 model. And over here we've got that other E200. And it's got a fair bit of cobwebs on it and spider webs, and be interesting to see if we can get this one running as well. Well, it'll be interesting to see if we get all of them running, to be honest. Got 1 out of 1 so far running, and see what it takes. See, this one looks like it's, looks like it's got a fair bit of damage on that back pulley. Obviously someone's given this one a fair bit of a beating over its life. But I'm not to say it can't be rescued. And then over here we've got this, the larger one. Now, what's interesting when I look at this one is it looks like someone's actually in the box of bits. I reckon this would have been the speed controller. Looks like someone's really played around with this one. I don't know whether maybe this speed controller failed. See a bunch of wires have been cut off there. That was in the box. But then inside here, you can see someone's put. Have a look at that. That looks like it's a car relay. And when I look at that, it looks like they've kind of modded that relay to come off. Looks like that's going up. So to come off the throttle, what my guess is they've modified that to actually put a because the speed controller failed, so it's just like a relay to go straight down onto that motor there. So I'm a bit unsure what to do, whether to try and modify this back to his speed controller, or just to try and get it going with that relay as it is. Curiously enough, I was looking at this motor before. I might just show you as well, because I reckon that that they've swapped the motor over or something. So I've just laid this scooter over, and because in the box, have a look at this motor. In the box, the also came with this motor, and when I compare these two motors, I can actually see that that motor is actually significantly bigger. So you can't really see on this because it's been scratched off there. My suspicion is that someone's actually done an upgrade on this, and they've put a bigger motor on this Razor scooter, this Razor E300, and as a result of there you go, the E300. As a result of putting that bigger motor on, somehow perhaps they've blown up that original speed controller, and then they've put this motor that had this sort of car relay. Then perhaps that's all died, because it looks like they've also, you can see there's a bunch of weld marks around on this, sort of the cradles. Looks like this whole thing's been lowered down a bit. Maybe they had bigger batteries in it, who knows. Well, let's have a think about this. Perhaps I'll crack on with the 200 and see if we can get that going first. So just looking at this, you know, all this is smashed up here. As you can see, when I spin this, it just looks like that belt is just walking its way off on this one. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and adjust this. This is what I'm doing here. I'm going to try and adjust this so this back wheel comes around a bit more on an angle. Probably not the best thing, but see if that'll just stop that. As I roll that belt's working its way off. See if that'll stop that belt naturally working away. I'm just going to keep on trying to adjust this and see what I can do here. Alright, I've been trying to adjust this and I think I just want to show you, I reckon that actually twisting the wheel this way is actually not doing me any favours. I actually think if I adjust this, so I twist it the other way, see how that's just come up there, how it pulls itself naturally back onto that top sprocket there, as I've just pushed that back up. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to adjust this back around. I think the issue is here, the top side of that pulley needs to come across to the right, so it's more in line with that drive pulley on the motor there. I'll just give it a bit more play and then we'll see how we go. You know, it doesn't seem to matter what I do. That belt just seems to, doesn't want to run right. So what I reckon I'm going to do, I can see there's some spaces in here. There's a spacer on this side. I'm going to actually try and shift this wheel all the way across and see if that, shift the wheel, yeah, see if I shift it across, see if that makes any difference. As you can see, that belt's now staying on there. It's not perfect, but you know what, I reckon it might be good enough. I've taken that inside spacer off that side, put it on this side, so we've now got two spacers on this side, moving that whole wheel across to the right there, and you can see that belt's actually staying. So before I fiddle with that too much more, I'm just going to tighten those bolts up and let's actually get on with this and see if we can get this thing running. Alright, let's see what happens when we put some batteries in this. Those, alright, this is a 24 volt system, so we're going to chuck these batteries in series. Just put them in there. So bring the positive across to the negative on that little jumper cable. And then chuck the positive on there. Actually, before I put the deck on, I might just see if it'll even run. Oh yeah, so a bit of ignition there. Lights on here. Oh yeah, yeah. So it runs, however, I've got about 5 meters, and that belt has come off. So yeah, as I expected, I've been trying to work on aligning this rear wheel, but as I expected, that belt has just come off there. So the whole thing runs, but we've got some problem with that belt just keep coming off. I'm gonna keep playing with this, and yeah, let's see if we can get that to actually line up there. Right, so as you know, I've been having a little bit of trouble with the second Razor E200 that I've been trying to get running, where the back belt drive just keeps coming off. This is the one here, and what I've noticed is this is the one over here. You can see I've got them side by side up here. This is the one over here that I've got successfully running, and if you have a look on the drive cog right on here, that little drive cog there, it's got a bush on that side. In addition, the main back sprocket, it just has a lip, which on this one back here, the lip's worn off, but also there's no bush. I'll show you that, there's no bush there on this side. Hi folks, I'm back here with this Razor E200, which has got this front sprocket that just does not have the shim on the outside. As you previously saw on the other Razor E200, it's got a shim on both sides of that sprocket. Now I thought about putting a washer maybe and press fitting it on the outside, but it suddenly occurred to me, it's been a couple of days now since I was last playing with it, and I was just looking at this 200 scooter again, and it suddenly occurred to me, I wonder if I can just take that front sprocket off, and just completely turn it around the other way. So that's what I'm going to try to do here, folks. I don't know why I didn't think about it earlier, but I'm going to try and see if I can take that front sprocket off and just turn it around. So I'll get set up here, and let's see if we can see if I can do that. So simply turn that sprocket around 180 degrees, so then it won't have a shim at all on the inside, it'll have the shim on the outside. So let's see if I can do that. So what I need to do is just get that shim off, which is holding that sprocket on. So just get the screwdriver and just see if I can put it, there it goes. Don't lose that. So I need that to get that. Alright, so how does that, so that just slides off. Wow, okay, that easy. And as you can see there, it's keyed. So I don't know why I didn't think about this earlier, but you know, my thought is, hey, just turn it around. Turn it around 180 degrees and slide it back on. Like that. So now that has got the bush on the outside. Nothing on the inside, but at the end of the day, the belt can only go over so far, and as we've seen, the belt is working its way this way anyway. So what's the worst thing that's going to happen? The belt might wear out a bit faster. Okay, got that shim back in place. Now just take the belt on. Could be a bit tricky, can't it? It's fine. And do it all up nice and tight. So now, as we can see, that just turning that like that, that belt is not going to coming off at all. So, hey, who knows? Let's get this scooter flipped over and let's see if we can take it for a ride and see if the belt stays on. So as you can see, I've taken it off, I've put it back on, and I've turned it around. So I've actually got then the bush that was on the inside is now on the outside. So as you can see, this just spins now here, and that belt is just not coming off at all. You know, I can't even be stuffed putting the deck back on this. I've got the, so you can see here, we've got the drive sprocket there turned around the other way, so the bush is on the outside, so hopefully that belt's not going to come off now. Got the batteries put back in, can't even put the guard on. Let's just see if it'll actually run. That. This is working, running really well. So there you go. Started this series with 3 Razor scooters, 2 E200s and 1 E300. The attempt was to get 2 of the scooters running, And so far we've got two out of two running. So we've got 2 Razor E200 scooters running. Look forward to working with you folks, and let's see if we can get that Razor E300 running that you've seen previously.